let me ask you a question. Are you going to the ocean with a teaspoon? And I know this is the weird question, but hear me out. I want to share with you a quote from Jim Rohn. This guy coached thousands of people throughout the decades. He's even Tony Robbins' mentor. He talks about him, right? And he said, asking is the beginning of receiving. Make sure you don't go to the ocean with a teaspoon. At least take a bucket so the kids won't laugh at you. So what's the meaning of this, right? The ocean is the opportunities that are surrounding us at any given moment in our life, right? It's an ocean of opportunities, and we can go there with a bucket, we can go there with a barrel, we can even take one of those tanks they use to transport the fuel in, right? To go and take for ourselves. And if you think about it, the ocean will never end, will never end, right? That's what I mean. It's there. However much you take from it, it will always be there, right? Limitless amount of salty water opportunities. And anything we want, that the money, the love, the happiness, anything, it's there for us to take. But what we do, we go and we take with teaspoons, right? Because we don't think that we are good enough, that we are worthy of it, and we don't really believe that we can get what we want in life. Sounds too good to be true, right? So in today's video, I want to talk about how can we create our reality, how can we manifest whatever we want in our life, because it is possible. So yes, I'm Juana and welcome to my channel. Enjoy the video. If you want to manifest whatever in your life, I'm gonna share with you the steps to do so. So the other night, while I was sleeping, this idea got stuck in my head in a loop, right? This question: are you going to the ocean with a teaspoon? Are you going to the ocean with a teaspoon? Right? And I woke up and it remained in there for days. That's why I decided to make this video and share it with you, because I realized a few things about life and about my life especially, and the fact that I need to ask for more, to raise my game, right? And I realized that we are limiting ourselves so much all the time. We don't even realize it, that we are going with a teaspoon to the ocean, right? That we are not asking for what we really want because we believe that it's not possible to receive, to get it, right? We limit ourselves so much. We come up with all these BS excuses like I am not good enough, only the lucky ones get it, I could never afford that, all the good ones are taken, blah blah blah. BS. That's what we do. We are sabotaging ourselves. Our brain, right, is tricking us into believing that we are not good enough. And all those are just ideas in our head, right? Limitations that we put on ourselves, all these walls that we need to break, right? And when we raise our awareness and we realize that all this is not true, that's when we can free ourselves and get what we want in life. But for as long as we let fear and self-doubt and all this control our life, we won't be able to move forward, to move towards our dreams, right? And we can manifest what we want. We can live the life that we want, or get what we want, or to get that soulmate, to get that amount of money, to get to live on that beach somewhere on a tropical island, or this kind of things, whatever you want, to spend more time with your family. It doesn't matter, we have different desires, but what I want to say is that it is possible for every one of us to create that life, right? And there is this process, some steps that we need to follow to get there, and I'm gonna share with you those steps today, right? So first step is to decide, what do you want? That's the first step. What do you really want? Think about it. So many people don't even know what they want, right? They're coming and playing the lottery, for example, at work, in my job, and I'm selling a lottery ticket, and I'm asking, so what are you gonna do if you win? They have no idea. And my question is, why? Like, why did we stop dreaming? And I know that we are conditioned to believe that, because every time I talk freely about the life that I am creating, and people will always try to tell you to stop dreaming, to come back to earth, because you're going a bit cuckoo, right? And I'm saying, don't listen to people. And if if you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to talk, keep it for yourself. But keep in mind what you really want. Keep in mind that life that you want to live. Alright, so going back to the process, first thing is decide what you really, really want. And think about, why do you want it? What's the reason for which you want this thing? Whatever it is, money, love, whatever, right? Think about a car, I don't know, a new house, a new pair of shoes, a golden retriever, whatever you want. Just think about it. Why do you want it? Is it for a higher purpose, right? Because if this goal is strong enough, if the desire is strong enough, it has the ability to pull us towards it, right? So that's when we come across the bumps in life, because it's not a smooth ride, we all know that, right? But when we come across difficulties, we won't stop, because remember, we only fail when we give up. So once you know what you want and why you want it, it's time to ask for it. Asking is the beginning of receiving, as Jim Rohn said, right? And how do we ask? Write it down. Be specific on all the little details of what do you want, why do you want it, how does it feel to have it, when is it gonna get here. But remember, don't destroy the manifestation process by implying how this is gonna happen, because our brain can perceive all the possibilities, right? And when we say how it's gonna get to us, that thing, that situation, that amount of money, that person, when we say how, we block all these other possibilities. I did that mistake. I did it. I wanted freedom. I wanted to be able to travel, to help my parents, to have the money to do whatever I wanted to do, right? And what I said, because my brain couldn't perceive any other possibilities, I said, I'm gonna win the lottery. So for years I focused on that, and I blocked all the other possibilities. And as soon as I let go, a different opportunity came into my life that was exactly what I wanted. It was better than what I wanted to get, right? And I could never imagine me getting to experience that, or even having the possibility to get that into my life. So what I say, don't block the manifestation process by thinking of how this is gonna get. That's not your concern, okay? So write it down and read it once you wake up in the morning and just before you go to sleep at night, because that's when our guard dog is sleeping, the conscious mind, and we can impress our subconscious more easily. And that's the trick, right? That idea needs to get in our subconscious, because once it's in our subconscious, it will manifest into our reality, right? Bob Proctor said, thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. The next step is to meditate on it, right? Another thing that we need to do to impress our subconscious. Visualization, meditation. Because once we create that reality in our imagination, our physical reality will rearrange itself in such way to match the reality that we created in our head, because our brain doesn't know if we are living this reality for real or we are just imagining it. So a perfect example that I love to share with people is this lemon idea, right? So it's like, close your eyes, imagine that you go to the fridge and you pick up a lemon. You go to the kitchen, you take a knife, put the lemon on a board, chopping board, cut it in half real slowly, right? See it. Take the half of the lemon and take a big bite out of it. I know, it happens to me, and I say it all the time. Your mouth was watering just now, and that's a perfect example of how our brain doesn't make the difference of the real reality, the thing that we are actually doing, or the things that we are imagining. Right? Imagining. So I love this, but see, it is working. And now the next step is to take action, inspired action. This is one of the most important steps, because remember, the ocean is there, but the ocean won't come to you. The ocean doesn't come to us. We need to go to the ocean and take what we want, right? So action, because the way will be revealed to us. The opportunities will show up in our life. The people will show up. The people who are willing to help us, to guide us, to get us where we want to get, will show up in our life. But if we are closed and we are not allowing it, and we are not ready to take the necessary action to make it happen, you snooze, you lose, right? That's the expression that people are saying. So this applies here as well. Take the action, be ready to receive it. And this is the last step, to receive it, because we can do all the steps, we are doing them perfectly, and what we want is here, but we are not ready to allow it in our life, right? Because we are blocking it, because again we think that that's not what we want, and we don't know what's happening for us in the background. What person will bring us the opportunity that we need to get where we want to get, or the situation that will lead towards, do you get what I say? So be open, be ready to receive, allow things to happen. And one thing that's really important is patience. Believe that once you asked and you wrote it down, you thought about why do you want it, how does it look like, how does it feel like, you meditate, you visualize, you allow it to happen, you act like you already have it. And don't mind the people, because people will try to drag you down, to call you crazy, to call you names. So if you feel like you're not comfortable talking about your goals, talking about your dreams, don't talk it with people that you know will drag you down, right? Know your truth. Know that what you want is already happening. It's already happening. It is already happening in the background. You don't know. Once you put it in your head, once you ask for it and you see it there, that's moving closer and closer and closer. And take the action to move towards it. And these are the steps, and I really highly suggest, if you want to manifest whatever, your dream lover, your 1 ton of salty water in your life, right? Believe that it's happening, go for it. And this is it for today. If you want to see the opportunity that I manifested in my life, I added a link in the description. Thank you for watching. Get to work, write down what do you want. That's the first step, okay? Thank you. Bye, guys.